Hi viewers, welcome to another story time. Today, we continue the story of her parents had a secret life and she was the last to know about it. This is the part 2 of the story, so please do well to watch the part 1 to get the story clearly if you haven't already watched it. Thank you. Let's get right into it. Amma thought the letter in the bread was the end of the misery. But it was only the beginning of a dangerous truth that could destroy her whole life. Amma could barely sleep after her mother admitted the truth. Her father was alive, and he had been part of something very dangerous. Her boss, Mr. Tete, was also involved. Now she was caught in the middle of a secret that others were willing to kill to keep. Her mother told her to stay quiet. But Amma couldn't. She needed answers. Early the next morning, Amma packed a small bag. She took the photo of her father, the old necklace, and the papers from the bakery floor. She didn't say goodbye. She just left quietly. She traveled to a nearby town her mother had once mentioned, a place her father might have been seen. It was far. It was crowded, it was loud, but Amma kept her head down and didn't speak to anyone. She stayed in a small guest house and spent the next few days searching. Everywhere she searched, everywhere. She went everywhere. She carried the photo along, but who? She kept on asking people, "Have you seen this man? Have you seen this man?" She asked over and over and over again, but no one knew him, until one woman looked at the photo and said, "He sells bread at the train station." Amma's heart skipped a beat. What? Then Amma went to the train station early the next morning. She stood quietly and looked around. Then she saw him, a man standing by a wooden cart filled with bread. He looked very tired. His clothes were old, but his face looked like hers. She walked up to him and said softly, "Brown loaf, please." Then the man froze. Then he looked at her. His eyes were filled with tears. "Amma," he whispered. Amma nodded slowly. They sat down on a bench away from the crowd. And he said to her, Amma, is that you?" Then Amma said, "I'm your daughter." He nodded. "I know. I never stopped thinking about you." Her father gave her a loaf of bread wrapped in brown paper, and he said to her, "Open it." Amma opened the loaf and found another letter. Inside the letter was the truth he had never told. Years ago, her parents and Mr. Tete had worked together. They were not just friends, they were partners in something big. He said to her, "We were part of a deal, but we made a mistake. We stole something from a very powerful man." He said it was a foreign diplomat who was involved in dangerous crimes, including selling weapons illegally. "He wanted us dead," her father said. "So we disappeared. I went one way, your mother went the other. We thought it was the only way to keep us safe, and also keep you safe." Amma's hands shook. "Why didn't you come back?" "I tried, but people were watching, and still they are." Suddenly, loud shouts filled the station. Amma looked up and saw a black car speeding toward them. 3 men jumped out, holding guns. "Run!" her father shouted. "Amma, run! Run!" They ran through the crowd, past market stalls, and people were shouting. Ama's heart pounded. Her legs burned, but she didn't stop. They dug into an empty storage building behind the station where her father locked the door. "We have to move fast," he said. He lifted a metal sheet on the floor, revealing a hidden tunnel. Ooh. They climbed down into the darkness. Inside the tunnel were boxes and old files. Her father opened a metal box and pulled out a small flash drive. "This is what they want," he said. "It has everything we stole, all the proof of what the man did, the money, the weapons, the people he hurt, the people he killed, everything." Amma looked at the flash drive and she said, "We can give it to the police." "No," her father said quickly. "The police are not safe. Some of them are working with him." Then Amma asked, "So what do we do?" "We leak it to the public," he said. "Once the world sees it, they won't be able to hide." Suddenly, they heard footsteps in the tunnel behind them. "They found us," her father said. He turned to Amma and placed the flash drive and the necklace in her hands. "Go through the other side," he said. "There's a way out behind the church." "What about you?" Amma cried. "I'll stop them," he said. "You have to survive. I need you to survive, Amma. Don't worry about me." Tears filled her eyes. "I just found you. I don't want to lose you again, Daddy." He hugged her tightly. "You are brave, you are strong, and you are the best thing I ever did," he said to Amma. Then he pushed her toward the exit. Amma crawled through the tunnel with tears running down her face, with her nose sobbing. She was stressed. She was so scared. She reached to the outside, just behind a church, and then, guess what? A loud explosion shook the ground. Amma screamed, and then the tunnel collapsed. 3 weeks later, the files were released online. News stations all over the world reported the story. The diplomat was arrested and his team were exposed. Amma didn't return home. Instead, she moved to a small, quiet town and started a new life. Every morning, she baked a single loaf of bread, wrapped it in brown paper. Bent into the bottom was a symbol, a triangle inside a circle. It was her way of remembering, not just the pain, but the truth, the love, and the sacrifice that brought her freedom. Because sometimes the people we lose are the ones who gave us the strength to rise. Oh, dear viewers, that brings us to the end of the story. Thank you so much for watching, and if you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment and give me a thumbs up. See you in the next one. Bye. Hi viewers, welcome